1803, 1804, war will break out in Haiti. Slaves attacking their former masters. These mixed-race people also on both sides. In 1803, 1804, war will break out in Haiti. Okay, all of these three classes all want independence. Not just from the French, but from each other. Especially these 500,000 African slaves. Now leading or mobilizing. Last 3 points. Leading or mobilizing. 500,000, nearly 500,000 African slaves will be this gentleman here who appears in your study guide. Okay? He appears in your study guide as Toussaint l'Ouverture. Toussaint l'Ouverture. He appears in your study guide. Okay? His real name is Francois Dominique Toussaint. A highly educated, he was a literate slave who would lead these 500,000 Haitian slaves. Okay, he was literate, he was educated. Okay. Unbeknownst to authorities, his former slave mistress actually taught him how to read and write. Okay. Highly educated, very intelligent. The reason why he's called Toussaint l'Ouverture, why he appears in your study guide as such, he was known as Toussaint the Opening. Okay. He would lead troops into battle, and despite the odds, he would somehow be able to create an opening through enemy lines. Toussaint the Opening, l'Ouverture. Now, ultimately, Toussaint himself would be captured in 1803. He would die in a French prison. But in 1804, Haiti will become the very first independent former slave colony. Okay, so Toussaint would die in 1803. His cause would live on. And in 1804, Haiti would be known as the first independent, free, former slave colony. Although Toussaint l'Ouverture would die in 1803, in 1804 his cause would live on, Haiti would become independent in 1804. The first free, independent, former slave colony. Are we good? Okay. Last 2 points. What is the significance of the Haitian Revolution, and in fact, the other 2 preceding revolutions? Last 2 points here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 other ideologies would be created in response, as a reaction to the American, French, and Haitian Revolution, because it was shocking that within a matter of years, revolution would sweep through and create the first independent former British colony. It'd be revolutionary to think that a monarch could be executed by his own people. And it would definitely shock European populations to even think or conceive of the fact that you could have an independent former slave colony. So 2 ideologies will emerge in reaction to these new revolutions. The first is conservatism. It's second to the last term for today. This is a system of belief created by an English philosopher by the name of Edmund Burke. How do you think he's going to respond to the revolutions? Uncritically. Okay? What? Edmund Burke, an English philosopher. He's going to look at these revolutions. He's going to be incredibly critical. Okay? He's going to condemn change and revolutions. he is going to look at society like an organism. He says, if change is to occur, if at all, it is to be slowly. It is to be gradual in its process. He is highly critical of the American, Haitian, and French revolutions. So we had this ideology of conservatism. Society is like an organism. Society is to change, it is to go slowly, gradually. Not people stabbing each other, executing each other, guillotining each other. He's highly critical of change. Other people will be, in fact, more positive, though, including a gentleman by the name of John Stuart Mill, another English philosopher. He will espouse, he will promote, he will articulate, he will explain the idea of liberalism. The last word for today, right? Last word you said, guy? Yeah. Okay? Liberals are going to look at the American, French, and Haitian Revolution and applaud it. They're going to think, my gosh, this is progress. Liberals like change. They believe that it promotes equality and freedom in society where none had existed before. It promotes equality and freedom. So still today, in our society, do we still hear terms like nationalism, conservatism, and liberalism? Yes. Thank the revolutions. Thank you for taking your time. Yes. On behalf of the Americans, on behalf of the French crown. Napoleon conquered various parts of Germany and the Austrian Empire. Yes. Go to the Loire and the German Sea. Navigational strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are asking excellent questions right now. Fantastic questions, actually. Okay. This actually works here. Let's see if we can do a little game here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a little review game to see how much you actually know. Okay, get into groups of 3. There must be one guy in each group, at least one guy. Ladies, grab the group.